Hello everyone, welcome to chemistry class. In this video we'll have a revision of the chapter number 3 exercises. As the chapters 3 as well as 4, both the chapters are in the annual syllabus. We'll have a revision of these exercises. The question answers you have already been provided in the live classes on the Teams app. This video is just for a revision. In case you have not understood any answer, we will go through them and you can watch this video for the clarity of these question answers. We'll deal with the short answer questions first of all. Question number 1. What is an element? Answer will read, an element is a substance that cannot split into simpler substances by chemical means. Chemical means by a chemical reaction. We cannot split. That is, we cannot break a particular substance into two or more than two parts. Then it is called as an element. Then next question will read, what are the symbols? These are the symbols only. You have to learn all of these. Not only these, a table is given in the chapter of the symbols. That table also you have to refer and learn. So I will just scroll downwards. These symbols you have to learn. Next is question number 3. Which elements are represented by the following symbols? Here, opposite manner the question is asked, just opposite of question 2. Symbol is given in the question. You have to identify and write the name of that element. So these also you will have to learn only, nothing to explain in this. Question 4 now. What is a compound? A compound is a substance that can split into simple substance by chemical means. So this compound is just opposite of element. Definition we have just now read. It cannot split, it cannot break. But in this definition what is written? Substance that can split means the substance can break into smaller or simpler substances by chemical means. By a chemical reaction or chemical change, compound can break into two parts. Question 5 now. What are atoms? An atom is the smallest part of an element that takes part in a chemical reaction. In each and every chemical reaction, the smallest part of any element is always an atom. Atoms participate in a chemical reaction to form different molecules. That is the next question also. What are molecules? Question number 6. What are molecules? The answer will read, a molecule is the smallest part of an element or a compound that can exist independently. In this case, independently means it is not bonded with anything else. Molecule can live free on its own. Atoms cannot live free. They cannot live independent. Different atoms join together to make molecules. So molecule is just a group of atoms only. So both the definitions you have to be clear. It should be clear now. Atom is the smallest part of any element that takes part in a chemical reaction. But the molecule is what? It is the smallest part which is independent. Atom is smaller than molecule. When different atoms combine, then only the molecule will form. And when the molecule is formed, it can remain independently. Question number 7 will read now. What are pure substances? Pure substances definition they have asked. So pure substance is the one that cannot split into simple substance by physical means. Even by physical method, we cannot split, we cannot break a pure substance into smaller things. That is a pure substance. Pure substance, example you can say like an element is a pure substance. So we cannot break an element into different parts by physical change or by physical methods. Like filtration, we can say evaporation, distillation. All these are physical methods only. We are not doing any chemical reaction. So if by physical method any element is not breaking into different parts, that is a pure substance. What about the mixture? Let us read now question 8. What is a mixture? Answer is, a mixture is a substance that can be separated into two or more pure substances by physical means. Yes, a mixture can separate into pure substances. So opposite way we can say, when different pure substances are mixed together, then a mixture is made. Like you take hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, different gases you take and mix all of them. What will form there? It will form a mixture. And that mixture will be called as air. Air is a mixture of different gases. These gases are pure substances. So pure substance we cannot split into small part by physical means, and eighth answer is mixture we can separate into small parts into pure substances by a physical means. Question 9 we will see now. classify the following into pure substances and mixture. Here different substances are written there. We have to identify it is pure substance or it is a mixture of different pure substances. First is air. Air is a mixture of gases. Second, copper is a pure substance. Silver, pure substance because these are elements. Sugar solution. Sugar solution contains sugar as well as water. Both are mixed together, so that is a mixture. Next, E part is mud. Mud means soil and water mixed together. It is a mixture. Salt solution, salt mixed with water. It is a mixture. Carbon dioxide is a gas. It is a pure substance. It contains carbon and oxygen atoms only. True elements are there. We cannot separate them. Carbon and oxygen cannot be separated by physical methods. Therefore, carbon dioxide is a pure substance. All the elements, all the compounds are pure substance only. Question number H now. Water. That is a pure substance again. Hydrogen, oxygen is there in water. Two elements together, but we cannot separate by physical methods. We can do chemical reaction, but not chemical reaction. We have to focus on the definition of pure substance. What it says, pure substance cannot be separated by physical methods. So obviously, water contains hydrogen and oxygen, which cannot be separated by physical methods. I part now, nitrogen is an element, so it is pure substance. Iron is an element, pure substance. Oxygen, pure substance. All these are elements only. Milk is a mixture of different nutrients. Milk contains carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins. All these things are mixed together in a solution. So that is why milk is a mixture. Blood is a mixture. Blood contains blood plasma, that is the liquid. Red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets, all these are mixed together. So blood is also a mixture. Gold is an element. It is a pure substance. Brass is a mixture of different metals. Different metals are mixed together to make brass. Question number 10 now. Name the method used to separate pure water from a solution of salt. So a salt solution. How to take a salt from the salt solution? We will do distillation. By distillation we will get pure water and salt will separate. Answer is distillation. Next question 11. Name three substances that can sublime. Sublimation. Sublimation is a process in which solid converts into the gas, not the liquid. Solid directly converts into gas. Normally solid on heating converts into liquid. Liquid on heating converts into gas. But in some substances, what is happening? When we are heating the solid, that solid directly converts into gas. They are called as sublimating substances. So three substances we have to write. Here one only is written. Ammonium chloride. Two more you can write. I will write here. You can note down like naphthalene. These also you have to write. One is ammonium chloride. Second naphthalene. And third one you will write iodine. Three answers you have to write. This is a mistake in typing here. First is ammonium chloride. Second you will write naphthalene. And third you will write iodine. Because in question 3 substance they have asked. And one only is typed there. So all three you will write. Ammonium chloride, naphthalene, iodine. One more I will tell. Camphor, CAMPHOR. 4 I have told now. Any three you can write in the answer. Question number next is long answer 1. Describe an experiment to show hydrogen chemically combines with oxygen to form water. We can combine hydrogen and oxygen by the chemical reaction. They will produce water. So we have to show that activity. Let us read this answer. Invert a dry gas jar containing oxygen over one containing hydrogen. You have to take two gas cylinders. One gas cylinder has oxygen, another has hydrogen. Oxygen gas cylinder we will keep inverted over the hydrogen. Inverted मतलब उल्टा कर देंगे ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर को अपोजिट मैनर में हाइड्रोजन सिलेंडर के ऊपर रख देंगे. रिमूव द लिड्स एंड वेट फॉर अबाउट 10 मिनट्स. रिमूव द लिड मतलब होता है अपर कवरिंग, जिसे ढक्कन बोलते हैं. ऊपर का जो लिड होती है उसको रिमूव करेंगे. एंड व्हाट विल हैपन नाउ, वी विल वेट फॉर 10 मिनट्स और दोनों गैसेस आपस में मिक्स हो जाएंगी. बोथ द गैस मिक्स थॉरोली. लेट अस कम टू थर्ड लाइन. किंडल द गैस मिक्सचर. किंडल मीन्स वी हैव टू ब्रिंग ए लाइटेड मैच स्टिक. We have to light a matchstick and put it near the mixture of this gas. That is kindling the gas mixture. So when we kindle it, what will happen? The reaction will start. And quickly close the jar and allow it to cool. On this, because of the lighted matchstick, that fire that was there, reaction started, and both hydrogen and oxygen react with each other. On cooling down, what we will see? Let us see the last line. You will soon see droplets of water on the inner walls of the jar. Both of these elements, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, will chemically combine with each other to produce water, and water drops are observed on the walls of the jar, of the cylinder. So that is all how you have done the experiment to form water by using hydrogen and oxygen and chemically combining them. So this is how water can be chemically prepared. Question number second now. Show that the properties of carbon dioxide are different than those of the carbon and oxygen. Two properties are given there, color and burn or support burning. So what about carbon? Carbon is a black solid and it burns in air. What about oxygen? Oxygen is a colorless gas, it does not have any color and it supports burning. And last one, carbon dioxide is a colorless gas and it neither supports burning nor it burns. It does not burn. CO2 is a fire extinguisher, so it is opposite of oxygen. Oxygen support burning, carbon dioxide does not support burning. So these are the differences of carbon, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Next, now question 3, describe sieving and give 2 examples. Let us read the answer. What is this sieving process? It is a physical method to separate the impurities. Let us read the answer. If a solid mixture is stirred or shaken on a mesh, we have taken a mesh and on that we are shaking the solid mixture. In this case, what is happening? Mesh is having small holes on that, and particles smaller than the holes in the mesh pass through and bigger ones remain on the mesh. So when we are shaking any solid object on the mesh, small particles will fall downwards and big particles will remain upwards. In this way, what we can do? We can separate the impurities, the particles we can separate from a solid mixture, from a solid substance. So let us read the third line. Thus the particles are separated on the basis of their size. This process is called sieving and the mesh is called a sieve. Example we will read where it is used. First is, for example, first part, sieves are used in the kitchen to separate bran and other impurities from flour. Flour मतलब आटा, आटे के अंदर से जो impurities होती हैं उसको हम सीविंग करके रिमूव कर देते हैं. इन हिंदी इसको बोलते हैं छानना. किसी चीज़ को हम छलनी लेकर के छान देते हैं. दैट इज सीविंग. सो impurities will remain upwards on the mesh, that is the sieve, and all the remaining substance move downwards. Second point now, not only in the kitchen, at construction site where buildings are constructed, there also it is done. Let us read second point. Bigger sieves are used at construction site to separate stone from sand. Out of the sand, stones can be separated by this method. Stones will remain upwards on the mesh, on the sieve, and sand will fall down on using this method of sieving. Question 4 now, describe how filtration is done to separate water from the sand. So let us read this by how we can do filtration. A circular filter is folded filter paper. Here we have to write paper also. Filter paper. A circular filter paper is folded into a cone and this cone is fitted into the funnel. So funnel we will take and in that funnel we will put the paper. And this paper is moistened with water so that the filter paper sticks to the funnel. Then what we are doing? Then we are using a supernatant liquid. That is a liquid we will take and we will slowly pour it along the glass rod into the funnel. You can see a photograph is given of this filtration method in the book. By that you will understand properly. Then solid will collect upward on the filter paper and liquid will fall down and it will pass through downwards. It can be collected in a container. So in this method we can obtain a clear liquid which is called as a filtrate. We can do the filtration. Filtration is used to separate water from the sand. Sand is the solid that collects on the filter paper and water will fall down, and thus we can separate water and sand from each other. Next point, question number next is 5. Describe a simple experiment to carry out the distillation of water. So distillation, if we have to do, we have to take a solution of salt or sugar. Any one thing we will take and we will heat this solution in a flask so that the liquid will start boiling. After some time what we will see? We will see water is collecting in the test tube because water has boiled there. It will evaporate from there and this water will boil from there and collect in a separate flask. Salt or sugar, whatever molecules are there, they will not evaporate and only clean water will collect in the separate jar. So the water thus collected will not have the taste of salt or sugar. It is pure and called as distilled water. So this is a distillation process. You have to draw the figure number 3.13. From the book you can see, if this question is asked in the exam, you have to draw this figure along with the answer. Here are the book exercise. The exercise of the book of this chapter number 3 is given here. You can refer to this one time. If any answer you have not written, you can note it down. So that is all for this video. We have explained all the question answers. Still any doubt is there, post your queries in the comment section. Also you can send me the message in the personal chat as well. Remember, the exam syllabus is chapter number 3 and 4 for annual exams. So that is all. One more video will be there for chapter 4 exercises that will be uploaded shortly after this video. Thank you for now.